No. You know, in fact, knowing many inmates, I figure out we're sharing way more common. Maybe America is very much similar. Look, it's the same size, they have it's the same kind of this, and when you talk to them, there is nothing there even to beef about. We are naturally, born not to be enemies. And whenever there's conflict, it's elites. Every, American I met in a prison who is from rural area was very easy to deal with. He has no problem with Russia, and he was curious about Russia, despite all propaganda. They're losing their Christian values. They're losing their families. They're losing literally their countries. It's not anymore the same country. We knew America, who used to be a model for entire world and lead and be an example, like they say, a shiny town on the, sparkling town on the hill. And this is, of course, pity. It was a strong country who was really a, industrial might, this one. And look, for 30, 40 years, deindustrialization, drug problem, crime waves. You can understand, and I feel more empathy to American after this experience than I would feel any hate.
What would you consider as the most important event of the years that you have spent in prison?
Which events? International?
Well, doesn't matter. Maybe international.
2014.
Oh, okay. Why?
Well, it's, I guess, would be in the history as a turning point. It's a turning point of Russia. Finally stand up on its knees. Proud, strong.
14 years ago, when if you would have known that it's going to happen with you, you're going to spend 14 years away from your family, from your motherland, would you do something differently in your life?
It's difficult to live on the callings of your heart. But if you listen in your heart, yes, sometimes you get into trouble, but you never betrayed yourself. And this inner peace gives you enough strength to go through everything. Why? Because you don't have a conflict inside of you. Doesn't matter what. You have peace and tranquility because you trust in your heart. You trust in callings of your blood. You're trusting, and you're never fighting who you are.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start off by giving all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the Root Well. Salutations to the hopeful elect brothers out there pushing this truth with all diligence and sincerity. All right. Well, the first scripture I'm going to bring about is going to be Isaiah, which ties into not only what this guy was saying, but even, the deal that America did to switch a lesbian, I'm gonna just say that somebody that's part of the rainbow community for a basketball player, for a trained military man, whether he chooses to fight for their side or not, or they draft him and, hey, or maybe they won't. The whole thing about it is that this man is that's not a good deal. That's on that forefront. But also, as he was going in and he was speaking about how he really doesn't have a problem with America. It's really he met some good guys in prison, so-called, and he was really just going into the morale that America used to have. It no longer has. It never really had nobility, and it never really had honor. But that facade that it used to have over it to look like this shining knight, well, now it's being revealed that this place is really just really wicked, and it's full of whoredoms. But that's because this is Babylon the Great. All those things that the leaders were doing in the dark, they have come to light because now they're upon the people and their deeds, man. But this is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 14. It says, "The Lord Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit, which is exactly what this place is doing, man. And everybody sees it. Aside from the fact we have a very weak, senile president, you know, the financial bracket is falling. These nations, they're getting, they're readying their nukes to make them stronger and enhance them. You know, as the scripture says, if I whip my glittering sword, the Lord has them come up with a new missile. Probably, if I was gonna guesstimate, probably about 7 months up to a year. You know, they have some new missile coming out, man, which is, you know, more than likely going to be stronger than all of America's nukes. Not that America doesn't have nukes, you know, because you'll see some wise guy talking in the comments saying this side we got nukes too. Well, if we bomb each other to hell and back, you know, who's really going to survive all of that? It's not going to be America. You know, you have these different superpowers, these different nations. They have missiles that can go undetected, man. You know, America doesn't have that type of capability. So with that being said, is the little guy, you know, which is what America is transforming into. It's turning the little guy. What's the little guy have to do? Knowing he can't win this fight, you have to humble yourself. But this place won't humble down, man. You know, the Lord doesn't want it to either. That's the reason why he's going to keep those hooks in the jaws of Russia, to keep them on the playing field, as well as the U.S., man. You know? But as this guy was saying, hey, it's no longer that place that shines on the hill, you know, basically that beacon of refuge that everybody wanted to come to. You know, and then you had your good old boys that were able to say, well, we don't want you here. But now America's become so weak, they want immigrants to come here, man. You have people that are leaving this country, man. This place is growing and waxing old, man. Everything is cankered because the Most High is readying this place for the fire, you know. Just like I was watching Rick and Morty. They was like, what are you going to do? Are you going to arm their nukes against each other? Are you going to do this? Are you going to plan a civil war? He said, yeah, watch this as I turn their economy from a 1 to a 0, which is what the Lord has done, man. That proxy war has really made America, you know, be put on that war front, man. Because it's already, as it is, people know that you were doing shady deals, but they couldn't really say anything about it because you were more powerful than them. But now, not only is your money weak, but you are weak as well. And these other nations that don't like each other, you know, and you made it hard for them to trade, they're coming together, man. You know, they would rather be, hey, the enemy of my enemy is my friend at the moment. But this place was never good, you know. It says, thus by violence shall Babylon the Great be thrown down. Why? Because it was forged by violence. As a matter of fact, it was brought up by whoredom, robbery, and murder. So that's the way that it's going to go out, you know. And this is not our country, man. Yeah, it's certain places you grew up, you hold dear, but you got to realize the Most High is not happy with this place. Yeah, it sucks because that's your flesh. And this is all you've known. But the Most High has something better in store because he's not satisfied with this. That's why it is really, this place has victimized everyone. It's turned everyone into a victim. And I'm not saying they played the victim role. I'm saying that, hey, this place has really wronged everyone, man. And that's the reason why the Most High is going to get vengeance against this place for the earth, man. Primarily, you know, the elect. For the elect's sake and Israel's sake, but for the whole world to judge this whore, man. But this is Numbers 35 and 33. So you shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defiles the land, and the blood cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So with that being said, hey, every high place that was forged on blood, you know, it has to be destroyed. It has to be destroyed. You know, little by little. Now it's staggering. Now it's to the point, damn, put this bitch out of her misery. You know? Excuse my French. This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. It says, woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. And we are the prey, you know? Israel is the prey at the moment. Woe to this bloody city, man. It's done all this corruption, shady deals, extortion, you know? Sacrifices, blood sacrifices, man. Dark magics, you know, child trafficking. taking drugs from one country and then planting them in neighborhoods that are poor just to keep down a community's population rate. You know, this place is evil. So it was never that shining light, that shining light, nor that shining night. Salaki. It was never that shining night that Viktor the Bout was talking about, man. It never was. It held that facade for a very long time, you know, but it never was. And that is the reason why this is all coming out right now. Yeah, this is 2 Corinthians 11:14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. So this wicked place, it once upon a time ago, you know, hey, it wasn't so bad, but you know, with the Christianity was still going off. But it was still deceit that was going on. There was a little leaven in this place, and that leaven was never gotten rid of. So it was forced to grow and grow to now the average person you see looks like they look like a whole supervillain. But we ain't even met the supervillains yet, man. At least you people haven't. The real supervillain is the elites, man, who have made this place the craft of their heart's desire, man, which is to walk after the deeds of darkness and Satan. You know, and now it's being shown. There was never anything good in this place, man. The only thing that was good in this place was the elect, the children of Israel. They were being destroyed in this place, man. They were worn out. Like it says in the scriptures that this man shall seek to wear out the saints, man. I'm going to end it off with this. This is Isaiah 47:1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There's no throne, or daughter of the Chaldeans. You know? Right there, that dust being confusion. This place is losing its wisdom, man. All right, because every move that America's been making has been like, what are they doing? Even the citizens of this place, for the most part, they're not even back. Even people that actually love America, they're like, okay, now I love you, but that what are you doing? What's going on here? That didn't seem smart, you know. And they want to all they can do is have a puppet leader blame it on, whether it be Biden or Trump, and that just causes you people to fight. Trump assassinated a whole top-ranking military leader, and people were backing him because they didn't want to look weak, and they fought for this nation. But this nation is wicked. Justifying America is you justifying the wicked, no matter who's in office. Because the Lord seeks to destroy this place. He's showing you that. That's why this place is making silly moves. He's brought it down to the ground. All right? For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. All right, I'm going to skip on down. Verse 12, it says, stand now with thine enchantments, which the read that over. I butchered it. This is Isaiah 47:12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. And that is the reason why you see America doing loads of wickedness, man. All right? And one top wicked thing being this Christmas season. Where is that in the Bible, man? You know, people been going all out. That spirit of these holidays has been in full force, man. You know? He's been tapping into some wicked things. But it's not going to prevail for him, man. It says, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators, and stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble. That's what the Lord is ready in this place for, man. As a matter of fact, he has these these sorceries. These sorcerers conjuring things up. It's more of a justification to bring this place down, man. The fact that all these wizards and witches are casting spells to keep America going is just another justification of the Lord to bring this place down, because wickedness cannot stand forever, man. If you want a city to stand forever, it has to be governed by righteousness. And you have to learn to love righteousness. Otherwise, righteousness will snuff you out as well, man. It says, the monthly prognosticators stand up and say thee, from these things that shall come upon thee, behold, they shall be as stubble, and fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Yeah, it's no backing down this judgment the Lord is about to bring. Ultimately, those nuclear missiles, man. It says, thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save thee. And that's true, man. China's not gonna save this place. Iran's not gonna save this place. All right. Pakistan's not gonna save this place. The superpowers of this earth that the Lord has set up are gonna turn on this place, man. Because of all the wickedness that is justified in this place. So with that, I'm going to end this lesson off and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kakadash. Shalom and a Bible ball.